Alright, hello YouTube. We're back into making videos again. We wanted to bring you a prediction video of the upcoming fight that has Nonito Donaire fighting Guillermo Rigondeaux. I've been watching a lot of prediction videos lately, and I have to say about 60% or 70% of the people that make the predictions videos think Rigondeaux is gonna, beat the shit out of Donaire. But first of all, let's get this out of the way. We are not Donaire fans. We are boxing fans. I don't like Donaire. I never like. Well, I like watching him fight, but he's not one of my favorite fighters. I actually prefer Rigondeaux over Donaire. But this is my honest prediction on this video. Me and my friend are about to make an honest prediction, and we have to take everything into consideration and be honest with ourselves who we think is gonna win this fight. Let's get this out of the way. We think the Filipino Flash will knock out Rigondeaux in under.
I'd say 6 to 8 rounds.
Okay, closer. So there you go. Our prediction is that Nonito's gonna knock out Rigondeaux in under 6 rounds. Here's why. Let's get this out of the way. We believe that these guys are just as fast, even though you might think that Nonito Donaire is faster. We don't believe so. We believe these guys have the equal hand speed of each other. The only difference between Nonito Donaire and Guillermo Rigondeaux is that Rigondeaux throws with at max 3 punches. He does not load up on combinations. He's like a one-trick pony. He only has 1 punch.
He uses the left hand a lot, and he uses it in variations, whether it's an uppercut, a hook, a straight, but it's all with the left. He rarely uses left and right hand combinations.
While on the other hand, Nonito Donaire throws combinations from all type of angles. He can throw up to, I'd say, 8 to 9 punch combinations in a second. He's really good at those combinations, but other than that, we think they have the same speed. Power-wise, we definitely give it to Donaire. I think Donaire is, he's just way bigger than Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is, I think he's a natural 122 pounder, but I think Donaire might be a featherweight. So we give that power edge to Donaire. He's just the man right now. Defense-wise, probably Rigondeaux has better defense. I'd say they're about equal. None of them have the best defense, but I have noticed that Rigondeaux, you can't hit him when he's at that medium to far distance, because he'll easily just step to the side, step back, and get out of your way of your punches. So
just counter you.
Yeah, just counter you. We think Rigondeaux might have better defense. When it comes to counter punching, we noticed that we were watching a lot of clips, and we noticed that Rigondeaux, when he counters you, he doesn't try to knock you out. He doesn't go with the intention to end the fight. What Rigondeaux does is kind of tap you, or just throw a little punch. He doesn't really commit to his punches when he's trying to counter you. I think he got that habit from the Olympics and the amateur background he has. He has a really big amateur background. If you guys don't know, he has over 400 fights, which is really impressive. He might have experience in this fight over Nonito Donaire, but when it comes to countering, Nonito will try to kill you. If you watch Nonito Donaire's fights, he commits to every single counter, and that's probably the biggest difference in the fight. Nonito, he commits to every counter, while Rigondeaux does not.
Donaire is a natural featherweight. Rigondeaux, Donaire is a lot taller, being probably 5'5.5" to 5'6", while Rigondeaux is probably about 5'4.5".
Maybe 5'3".
Maybe 5'3". He's gonna have the longer reach, and with that length, he's gonna be able to keep Rigondeaux at bay with his counter hook and also his jab.
Another thing I want to add is that the Flash does have a good jab, while Rigondeaux, he has a shit jab. He has that Shane Mosley jab where he just kind of leaves it out there. I think
everything he uses is to try to set up that left hand.
Yeah, every punch he throws, it just with the attention that he can land that bomb, that left hand. I don't think Rigondeaux has much of a jab. I think a jabber would give Donaire problems, but not in this fight. I don't think Rigondeaux possesses that stiff jab that a lot of bigger fighters do.
Doesn't have the physical dimensions really to jab with Donaire.
Yeah, I think if it was a jab battle, I think Donaire would easily get him, just because he's bigger and all this stuff. I could see in a battle of jabs, I could see Rigondeaux maybe like stepping out of the way because he does that really effective, but he can't jab as well as Donaire. One thing we do like about Rigondeaux is that Rigondeaux does have really great accuracy. I never seen a puncher like him besides Floyd Mayweather with that precision. But we don't think it's enough for him to win this fight. Like we said before, Donaire is a featherweight. This guy is a 122 pounder. If Donaire comes in healthy, he's gonna outweigh Rigondeaux by 5 to maybe 9 pounds. And we think Donaire is going to take that puncher's chance away from Rigondeaux, even though he has really good accuracy. I don't think he's going to be able to hurt Donaire. He does have good accuracy, but like we said before, once you add that weight, I don't think Rigondeaux has the power to really hurt Donaire.
One punch.
Another thing we picked up watching Rigondeaux is people always say he has great defense. We do not believe that is the case. I saw him fighting a lot of fights. I saw him fighting a lot of times. I've been able to catch him, and one habit I did pick up on was that when Rigondeaux comes forward, he drops his hands with no defense at all. He drops his hands and just comes forward, usually spamming that left uppercut, left straight. He doesn't have any defense coming at all, and that's how Donaire was able to knock out Vic Darchinyan. If you guys remember, Vic Darchinyan came in with no defense, and he got caught, and that might be the possibility. When's the fight? April 14th, April 20th. For this fight, we do believe the Flash is going to come out real fast. I believe he's going to start the fight really quick. I don't think Rigondeaux is a fast starter. I think he's a slow starter in case. And that we do expect the Flash to jump all over him at the beginning of the fight. Like I said before, we don't think Rigondeaux has the power to do anything about it. Even if he does counter, he's not going to be able to hurt Donaire. He's just too big, dude. We came up with the silly, we argued about this, but we came up with the silly conclusion that a lot of the way you absorb punishment has to do with the size of your head, size of your neck muscles, all this other stuff. But if you look at Rigondeaux's frame, you could tell that he doesn't have the muscles or the bone structure to actually take some of Nonito's power. We do believe if Nonito hits him one time, he probably will knock him out. We have seen Rigondeaux in the past wobble. We've seen him touch. I don't remember ever seeing Donaire at this weight class or the weight class before that been hurt by one of these smaller men. So we don't think Rigondeaux is much different. Come to think about it, we do think Arce hits harder than Rigondeaux. So if Arce couldn't hurt him, what makes you think that the Flash is gonna get rocked? We also came up with this other conclusion that Donaire is one of the best counter punchers in the game. I don't remember seeing anybody counter this much before, watching Marquez. So with that being said, and Rigondeaux just having one punch, one arm really, he's a one-arm fighter. We do believe that Nonito Donaire is going to take away Rigondeaux's left hand early in the fight, and that way Rigondeaux doesn't have to fight a defensive fight. If you guys remember the Narvaez versus Donaire fight, or the Nishioka fight, where he fought a southpaw and he was able to take their lead hand away, or their dominant hand away, where he was able to take their dominant hand away, they became defensive most of the fight. We do expect that to happen during this fight. We do expect Donaire to take away Rigondeaux's left hand by countering it with a left hook or a straight, which really works against southpaw. So we do expect him to get rid of that left hand that makes Rigondeaux dangerous. So just put that into the equation. Rigondeaux doesn't have the size, doesn't have the power. He might have the speed, but he's not going to be able to hit or rock Donaire. We do expect him to take away his left hand and just fight the defensive fight throughout the fight. If you guys remember Marquez fighting Pacquiao, same thing happened. Pacquiao left hand was taken away by Marquez's counters, and we expect something like that to happen, where just Rigondeaux just shuts off and he's not as active. He's going to fight a defensive fight, and eventually, Donaire might win by decision. But personally, me and my friend were expecting a quick knockout. If you guys
say mid rounds,
maybe I'd say
6 to 8.
I'd say 5 rounds. I give Rigondeaux 5 rounds. Like we said before, we're not Rigondeaux fans. We're not Donaire fans. I'm actually a Rigondeaux fan. I'm rooting for, Rigondeaux to win this fight. A lot of people want Rigondeaux to win this fight. They're tired of seeing Donaire. They're tired of Donaire fighting these smaller fighters. And no way we're Donaire fans. But we have to tell it like it is. It's a YouTube channel. If you guys remember the Montiel and Rigondeaux.
You have to take that off.
Yeah. If you guys remember the Nonito versus Montiel fight, the same hype was happening. We do think that Montiel's the same. He's the same size as Nonito, so the weight difference will be there for sure, 100%. There has been rumor of him working with Angel Hernandez, but we don't think it's true. We don't think anything is gonna change. The only real advantage that we think Rigondeaux might have is conditioning wise. Rigondeaux is one of the most conservative fighters in the game. He does not throw away shit punches. He doesn't waste energy, and we all know the Flash does. Rigondeaux throws so many punches, and they're almost all on target most of the time. Nonito Donaire misses a lot. We do expect Rigondeaux to have better conditioning. That might help him if he gets hit by Donaire to recover. But the biggest chance of this the biggest chance that Rigondeaux will have in a fight will probably be if he takes Donaire to the final rounds. We have seen Donaire drop his activity levels when he goes all the way up into the later rounds. I'm not saying he has bad conditioning, but he does slow down. And I can't see Rigondeaux slowing down because this guy's really accurate. He doesn't waste anything. So that might be something to keep an eye out for, because if Rigondeaux can get him in the later rounds, he might be able to start throwing punches and landing like Vasquez did. Even though people like they discredit Donaire because of that Vasquez fight, you got to take into consideration that Donaire hurt his hand and all this other stuff happened, man. We take nothing from Donaire because he actually fought a good fight, dominant fight. A split decision was bullshit. So just ignore that. Donaire's still up there. So my final prediction is we do expect Donaire to knock out Rigondeaux in 5 rounds. I do personally. I think Donaire's in the time Guillermo when he comes in with his reckless left hands with the left hook. I believe he's going to knock out Rigondeaux pretty fast. I don't think this fight lasts more than 5 rounds, honestly. Even if Abner Mars that's a different subject. But anyways, I do expect Nonito Donaire to knock him out real quick, almost like the Montiel fight. That's what I can see. If it goes into the later rounds, I still pick Donaire, even though he might get tired a little bit. I still pick him. I think Donaire is just in every shape and form. He's better. Rigondeaux might have better experience, and, maybe a little bit better defense, but I don't know about that. Actually, I think they're about the same in that category as well. So we do pick Donaire. I pick him by 5-round knockout. What do you think?
I think Donaire will win by a knockout in rounds 6 to 8. Possibly.
There you go, guys. I'll still be rooting Rigondeaux, man. I don't like Donaire that much. I like Rigondeaux.
You can see that.
But there you go. Subscribe to us. If you guys disagree, I like you guys to tell us, why. Give us a good argument on the comments, and then we'll reply to you guys, so we can debate on this. We took a while to make this video because we were just watching videos and thinking of different shit to say, because these fights are really competitive, but with this fight I just think it's the weight that's gonna be the difference. So anyways, subscribe to us, like the video, comment, rate, subscribe, all that shit. Do it, and subscribe to us because we're nice. There you go.